I don't know what exactly to think about this yet, but I think that faith and belief has been made a true self-idol towards the spreading of the Bible's teachings. Why is that? So, if you are on this path for a while, you may have got to the point, who is this God? It is my imagination God, my version of God, or am I seeking the true God because it is the first commandment? Do not put any other God before me. And that includes not even a version of your imagination. And then when we come to the understanding of faith and belief, everything comes to the mind. We have been conditioned before we become aware of it. So our way of thinking resembles everything conscious and that we have learned consciously or unconsciously in our experience. Perhaps there is a chance even beyond this life existence. We don't know. But let's take a look only on this existence for reference. Why do I say that? Because on my particular moment, I am looking for the true God. I have decided that I must go to the true God, pray to the true God, seek his answer, seek him to speak with me, because I realize that I may not know him, not only by the suffering or the struggles or my own mistakes. I just realized that, and I realized that by the lies on the churches. So this comes from my first experience in church. I got a Christian experience in church, in a very orthodox church, many times. Only those who live a close experience on that domain will have the chance to experience this kind of things. Like, you get confused many times because the teaching, the ruler for the teaching is given, but many times it's not followed by its own teachers, and it's required. I wonder, my analogy is, if you get a parrot, a green parrot, and you start to repeat to that parrot, you are wrong, do right. You are wrong, do right. What can we expect that the parrot will do after hearing that many, many times? The parrot will repeat it again to the rest of its life. So that comes judgment. And we know judgment is not good. Only God can work with judgment. He is the only one who is fair enough to work with it. We can use it many times to control, to make our own good, to make our own reign, to make our own realm, to make our own desires, to cause positioning. So then my first experience was that, and even though to me still today is so hard to understand, because I have seen good things on that and I have seen bad things on that. I have seen experience that if I share in some moment, will make the hair on the necks of some people to stick up. It's like, but in middle of those things, I think I was able to meet this God experience, the feeling, the special feeling that I got in contact with. But since I failed not separating it from that reality, I got mistaken by the possibility that was wrong. I had no references to compare. I just was involved sometimes on that very good feeling, but it's strange. To me, it's strange. So, but I got that as a bad experience. Okay, so much so it caused me. I got out of that specific domain of church, and I got out of it mad, confused. I decided I would stay out, but I would still to keep my ways, which was the ways that that church has taught, would be the very reason why it was so heavy to me through life. And then I come later to another church where the rules were so different, so more easy to follow, so much easier to follow, softer. And there at that same place, I also felt that same good things that sometimes I felt on that church, on that first church, I felt on that another church also. So I realized that, oh, how is that possible? Because they used to say that only this God saves, only this, we are the only one, right? And so much so that you many times doubt how the other religion churches outside, because you may be convinced that they are all wrong. So no matter where you go, it will be wrong. So you are not going even to try. That the brainwashing is so great that many times you are not going to even try another domain, church domain, and by that find the goodness from this God that we seek the most, the true God. And then you come to this second church, and then I inevitably got stuck in front of a giant wall. And this wall is someone must be lying. Someone must be lying, because I was told that was right. I didn't felt that was right. In fact, I was born with the idea that from God. I was made to believe to get another idea of God. And I left that and I went to another idea of Christianity, which is softer and it resembles the most the idea of fatherhood. And there I felt that same thing. The feeling, only the feeling, not the experience. On that first church, I experienced prophecies. I experienced more kind. I don't know how to say Pentecostal. The people we speak in tongues and prophecies and all those very mysterious things for who don't have that level of understanding. Not on that another church, they don't used to do that, even though I once felt so touched so much that I thought I would fall down. I needed to hold me up, stand, because I felt that feeling was so good that I would fall down. I don't understand yet. I don't know if it's by some deliverance that I need. And in fact, I believe that I need deliverance from, I don't know, or it's something good. And then I realized that this big wall, someone must be lying. It's not possible. If there is a chance of that first church be lying, there also a chance of this second church be lying. And that put me on the really conflicted position until I realized that they are all humans. God said that they would allow the different seeds to grow together and then at the end separate it. So I realized then that evil is also found in between the church. This is the reason why it will need to be separated at the end. But also by that, I come to the conclusion that all that suffering that I got by that conflict was actually a blessing leading me to seek for the true God. To seek the true God. Not only the God that is cheating me, not the God that I think, but to seek to the true God. And this is the line for the style of this video today, because which was titled Believe and Faith May Be kind of self-idol, because I want to go back because my time for the video is ending. So I don't need anything to believe this God. If I look outside, if I have if I'm stepping my feet on the ground, if I see outside the trees, the mountains, the clouds, I have the air for my lungs, this God is real already. I don't need any faith or belief for that. So faith is belief may be a kind of responsibility that they put us to ground us from the right thinking and prevent us to get in contact with this true God. So this will be a short video. I really would like to speak more about it, but I can only make short videos. So I cannot put it all together.